Hello everyone, we're going to do a little warm-up and stretch and then we will get started with our pillar core workout. Thanks for joining. I hope you guys are staying warm today. Hopefully we get our nice weather back soon. But let me switch lights really quick. There we go. All right, we're just going to start rolling our head to the right and to the left. Shrug those shoulders up and down. You're going to roll backwards and forward. This isn't going to be a super elaborate stretch just because we're just doing core. So we're just going to make sure we're stretching our torso and our hips, and then we'll get started. Reach to the right. And let it go all the way around over to the left. Really stretch. Try to go directly to the side. Don't go down too far back. And release the middle. From here, you're going to bend your leg 3 times. 3. Straighten. And 2. Straighten. And 1. You're going to roll up. Swing those arms. Cross your right arm over. Wiggle your fingers. Roll those wrists out. Try and block the light. And switch. Make sure you're pressing against that palm of your hand. Up and over. Good. Hands up, touch the floor 5 times. If you can't touch the floor, go as far as you can while keeping your legs straight. Good. Relax on that last one. Let everything just hang. Clasp those hands behind you. Go as far as you can. Yours might be more like here. Go over as far as you can and just hold it there. Good. And release. We're going to go to the floor. Take a sip of water. We're going to sit in a butterfly position, pushing my knees down. Go over as far as you can and hold it there. Good. Feet out in front of you. Big inhale. Exhale as far as you can. Alternate, bringing your feet flex to point. Cross that right leg over. The goal isn't to get as close as you can to your hip. You want it kind of in line with your knee, and then you're twisting from there. Should feel a slight stretch in your lower back. And switch, same thing. Good. Slide that bottom leg in. Get as close as you can to your chest. Roll that ankle out. And switch. Good. From here, go to a ball. Walk your feet back to a downward dog. Push those heels to the floor, alternating. Drop to your knees, sit back into a child's pose. From here, slide your hips down and push the shoulders down and look up to the ceiling. It's a cobra stretch. And lastly, go into a push-up position. Alternate your leg to come forward on each side 2 times and stretch out that hamstring. Push back to downward dog. Walk your feet into your hands and roll up. All right, we're gonna get started. Make sure you have your water close by. I'm not really doing like an AMRAP or a time thing or anything like that. So I will just tell you the exercise. I'll give you the amount of reps. We'll do it. I'm going to keep giving you exercises. If I feel the need to repeat before the time has ended, then we will do a repeat. So the first thing I'm going to do is keep that core nice and tight. So I'm always with pillar core wanting to stand up nice and tall, work on my posture. That doesn't mean I have a lower lumbar arch right here. I'm tucking my tailbone under, keeping this tight, like someone's pulling a string from here. That stays the whole time. I gotta tuck my toes. I walk out to a push-up position. Okay? In that push-up position, I'm gonna lower down, lift my hands off the floor, back up, walk my hands in, and stand up. We're doing 10 of those, so you can go ahead and start. Ready? Go. Keep your core tight the whole time. As you do these, your hamstrings start to stretch out more. And you should feel your core working. Once you get to 10, you can relax. Go as fast or slow as you would like. I like to do mine pretty slow so I can focus on my posture. I'm almost there. Good. From here, I'm going to lie on my back. If you're still going, still go. Just listen and kind of hear what's next. All right. I want to make sure I'm coming up with my glutes first, and then my tailbone, then my lower back. This stays completely flat. Then I'm going to march in place twice, and then lower in the same manner, except you're starting from your back all the way to your spine to your glutes. You're gonna do 20 of those. So up, 1, 2, down is 1, okay? 20. These can go quick as long as you're really focusing on going up and down how I explained. Ready? And go. Control those steps. Keep your hips squared. You don't want your hips to sink. Squeeze your glutes. Already on 7. Keep going. Even when it burns, you can do it. Don't lose that good posture. Get your hips up high every time. Almost there. Good. When you're done, you can stretch it out. The next thing, you're going to hold the hollow hold. You're going to count yourself because I don't know if you're starting at the same time as me. So grab a watch, count your head, whatever that may be. But you're pushing your lower spine into the floor, down here, okay, and your tailbone. Your feet come off, your hands come off, and you're holding. Hold for 30 seconds. Whenever you're ready, count yourself, and go. And come down. Good. All right. Next, we are going to hold a plank. But when we do our plank, we're going to be up in that plank position. And we're going to go out with our legs, okay? We're doing 20 legs. So 10 on your right, 10 on your left. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and get started. Keep your posture good. Keep those shoulders back. Your core tight. 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Good. All right. I'm going to grab a drink. Go ahead and stand up when you're done with those. This next thing we're going to do, we will be activating our core, but it's going to be mostly balance. So, if you don't feel comfortable balancing, please grab a chair. I'll give you a few seconds. Make sure you grab a chair or something to hold on to. Okay. Hoping that you have what you need. We're going to start. This foot is always flat on the ground. So my supporting leg, it'll start with my left leg being on the ground. I'm going to keep my arms in this first position. It's a dance term, but they're rounded like a beach ball. Fingers are closed in. I'm using this as a form of strengthening because I'm squeezing my shoulder blades, I'm squeezing my arms, okay? If someone were to come hit me, it would not budge that much, okay? My core is also very tight and pulled up, like there's a string on the top of my head going, okay? So I'm here. That right foot comes out in front of me. It doesn't have to be high. It's going out to the side. Scoot over a little. It's going out to the back. Back to the side. My core is still very tight. Back to the front. And passe. Passe just means next to your knee. This knee is coming up as high as it can. Still in that beach ball position. I'm going to do that again. Out in front of me. Out to the side. Out to the back. When you're out in the back, your hip is turned under. Out to the side. Front. And passe. We're doing that 3 times on each side. So continue. You have one more. Out in front. Side. Back. Side. Front. And passe. Okay, we'll do the other side. Front. side, back. Keep it tight, side, front, passe. Again, front, side, back, side, front. Good, one last time. Front, side, back, side, front, and passe. Good. Swing those arms out. Now, if you were to do a Romanian deadlift with a dumbbell, you kind of just do this, you get them as far as you can, hips are facing one direction, and then they come up. So, same thing, but your arms are going to be out in front of you. As your arms go down, your foot comes up, and then back up. I'm squeezing my core the whole time. We're doing 10 each direction. So we're starting with the right. So you only go as far as you can go down with your chest. So if all you can do is here, that's fine, but you should be squeezing your core that whole time back up, okay? I can go a little bit farther than that, but I don't want to go too far because then I'm like, ooh, and then I lose my core, okay? So do 10 on each side, and then we will talk after that. Squeeze, you're squeezing your glutes, squeezing everything. Also, you don't want this hip to open up, okay? So only go as far as you can to where it won't do that. Also, your arms will start to burn. Make sure they're right next to your ears. Good. And then you'll switch whenever you're done with those 10. Trying to make sure my alignment's right and then throw me off. Nice and controlled. Like a teeter-totter. Except it should be in one straight line instead of like that, if that makes sense. You're using those core muscles. If you're not doing it correctly, because I know my tummy's burning right now, my glutes are burning, hamstring is fired. Good. This next one will be on the floor, so I hope you have a comfortable mat or carpet. You're going to start in this bug position. You're going to walk that foot out. So if you're putting your left hand on the floor, you're putting your left leg out straight, lifting your hips up. If you feel comfortable enough, you can pick up that bottom leg. Hips never touch the ground. Come here. Switch. You see what I'm doing? Lift that bottom leg. Hips never touch the ground, okay? We're going to do 6 on each side. That was 1 on each side. Get ready and go. Hips stay up. Lift that bottom leg. You feel silly? You're probably doing it right. Just do not hurt yourself. Straight out. Hips elevated. Bottom leg. Come back to center. My left side's a little awkward, but that's okay. Good. You're done with that? I'll let you know what the next thing is. I'm just stretching out my back really quick. If you need to do this too, go ahead. Good. Actually, while on your back, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a set of crunches and sit-ups. So I'm going to elevate my feet onto our lounge chair right here. You can find something comfortable to elevate your feet, or you can just keep them on the ground. I just know that when I elevate my feet, I tend to feel it more in my lower abdomen. So just kind of play around with your positioning and see what feels best on your core and what's activating it the most, okay? We're just going to start with, if you do put your feet up here, do not press into your heels, okay? You're just resting them there. You don't want them to help you at all, okay? The first one we're going to do is just 20 regular sit-ups like this, or yeah, crunches. And then we're going to sit up more than we would for the crunch. And then the last one, I am going to place my feet on the ground. So we're going to sit all the way up and down slowly, okay? So we're doing 20 of each. So 20 little crunches, 20 half crunches, and then 20 full sit-ups, okay? You will be tired after this. Your core will anyways. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and get started. And my last thing I want to tell you is to make sure you keep looking at the ceiling because you don't want this to happen, okay? That'll just put a strain on your neck. So keep looking up, keep that neck elongated, and go. When you're doing those little crunches, you still want your shoulder blades to get off the floor, okay? Or you're not really doing much. And 20, rest for 2 seconds, get back into it, half crunches. Good. Keep going, you're doing your full sit-up. Make sure you come slow down. You got it. Halfway for me. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, and 20. All right, when you're done with that, you have 30 Russian twists. If you have a weight you want to grab to do that with, go ahead. I'm just going to hold my hands right here. Feet come off the floor. I'm twisting for 30. Good. And you're going to come onto your belly and stretch out your back and your stomach. Good. Last thing we're going to do is sets of planks. So we're going to do side plank, dip and leg, regular plank, hold, and then other side plank with dip and leg. So with the dip and leg, what I mean is Your elbow, I want to be underneath your shoulder. I'm gonna lift that top arm. I'm gonna lift my hip, kick, down, dip, kick, down. I wanna go directly up to the side, and I'm doing 15 on each side, and then I'm holding a 30-second plank, 15 on the other side. Then we'll do a small stretch and be out of here. Ready? And good posture. Go. Hold that plank, count to 30 on your own, or start when I start. Go. Come down. The direction, I'll just switch this way so I can still be facing the camera. Same thing. Arm up. Go up and kick for 15. Hip dip. Don't sit down there, you're just tapping. Sorry, sometimes I can't get my shoulder where I want it. Whew. Okay, good workout, guys. I know it was pretty simple, but you should have been activating that core the whole time, which just means tightening those muscles. And you should have felt it. So the more you do those kinds of exercises, the stronger your core is going to get and the better your workouts will get. So let's make sure we continue to take these classes or find other ways to work your core. It's very important when it comes to working out. So I appreciate you for joining my class. Right now I'm just stretching out my lower back. Feet out in front of me. Touch your toes if you can. If your legs can stay straight, go as far as you can with keeping everything nice and tall, and you're going to hold there. From there, tuck that left leg in. You're grabbing either the soles of your feet or your ankle. Keep your back straight. You're lifting up your foot. Point and flex 5 times. Good. Bring that knee out and foot close to you. And up in front. One more time. In. And up. Good. Relax. Switch feet. Same thing. This hamstring's very tight, so it's going to be impossible. Okay, and flex and point 5 times. Bring that foot in and out, in and out. Good. Both legs out. You're going to reach on each side of your legs 5 times. Stretching out those hamstrings. Good, and set out as far as you can into the middle and hold. Good. We won't stretch out our legs too much since we didn't do much with them. So we're going to go to downward dog. 1 more minute, guys. push that head through your shoulders. Alternate pushing your heels into the floor. Lift that left leg in the air. Bend at the knee 3 times. Switch. Send the knees back into child's pose. Go ahead and sit up. Cross those arms over. Make sure you roll out your wrists. And lastly, your neck. All right, guys. That was a great class. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys on Friday.